Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's episode, we're going to take a look at Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni teasing The Mandalorian Season 2 plot. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee. Greetings, Exalted Ones. Greetings to all you Jedi, Padawans, and younglings out there. This is Star Wars Coffee, covering everything you need to know about the latest developments, news, and leaks in Star Wars, and as always, giving you my analysis. There's still no trailer for The Mandalorian Season 2, but we've finally gotten a hint at that marketing campaign that Disney has been pushing for every one of its Star Wars properties. And now we finally have the beginning of the Mandalorian Season 2 campaign with a big spread in Entertainment Weekly with 2 cover variants, and we have gotten some new photos of the child and of Mando with the child on these 2 variant covers. Also included in this spread is several new images, which you will be seeing featured throughout the video today. So we've got a good bit of stuff here in this spread from Entertainment Weekly, and I won't be able to get through it all in one day, so we're going to have to spend the next couple of days breaking this down. So what I'd like to do is start with this portion where Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are teasing the storylines and the plot for The Mandalorian Season 2. So this excerpt is as, quote, "The new season is about introducing a larger story in the world," says Favreau. "The stories become less isolated, yet each episode has its own flavor, and hopefully we're bringing a lot more to the scope of the show," adds Filoni. "Everything gets bigger, the stakes get higher, but also the personal story between the child and the Mandalorian develops in a way I think people will enjoy." And while the first season's episodes very strictly focus on Mando, Season 2 adds new storytelling. "As we introduce other characters, there are opportunities to follow different storylines," says Jon. "The world was really captivated by Game of Thrones and how that evolved as characters followed different storylines. That's very appealing to me as an audience member. The larger scope was aided by having fewer startup costs for the second round, which meant a greater percentage of the show's big budget will wind up on the screen. Once again, there will be 8 episodes or of different lengths, and directors include Season 1 standout, I'm going to butcher this name really bad, Rick Famuyiwa, Carl Weathers, who also plays Greef Karga, franchise newcomer Robert Rodriguez, and for the first time Jon Favreau himself, who helmed the season premiere airing October 30th. As the Mando and the child continue their quest, expect the bounty hunter to face a series of obstacles that will increasingly challenge his paternal loyalty to his ward. We start very directly after the first season, and he's going to be in very dangerous territory, says Pedro Pascal. He is very much a passenger to the experience in unexpected ways, and not knowing what's to come, not knowing how or best to protect the child. We don't know how far he will go to do that, and they're finding new ways to push the envelope. In addition to wearing a helmet nearly all the time on screen, Pascal points out that Mando's motivations are largely obscured as well. On a moment-to-moment basis, he's discovered that question, "What do you want?" The Game of Thrones veteran says. "This isn't clear to him or to me," adds Dave Filoni. "We think we know how the characters are going to react, and it can be surprising how they do react." Mando and the child are pursued by Moff Gideon, who will serve as a source of temptation, and the classic tradition of Star Wars villains trying to lure heroes down darker paths. "I'll be going toe-to-toe with Mando," says Esposito, who was nominated for an Emmy in his first season performance. "It's an iconic battle. I want to disarm him mentally as well. Who knows? Maybe there's an opportunity to get some battles for me. You may think I'm a villain, but I'm trying to harness some energy and some powers for a path that could be best for all. You'll get to see him be somewhat diplomatic and more of a manipulator." And as for that darksaber in the new episodes, Gideon demonstrates he's quite adept at wielding it. "I'm so excited for me to be in a show where I can wear a cape and own it, and where I have a lightsaber and really own it," says Esposito, who will command a larger vehicle, hint hint, and spend some one-on-one time with the child. So there's clearly a lot here to unpack. Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau really digging into the storytelling, and this, I did not know this Entertainment Weekly spread was going to come out, but yesterday this kind of confirms what I talked about in yesterday's video about The Mandalorian, about how the characters included in this season are really going to branch out the story and talk about how it can't solely be focused on Mando, because now we've got all these characters introduced. He's got all of these moving parts now. He has this new objective that's not just collect the bounty and move on. He's got this big cinematic adventure that he has to go on, and we don't know what he's going to do because the character himself does not know what he's going to do. So expect a lot of back and forth reactions to what Mando's going to do this season. This is just going to be a really, really good season. I can already tell based on this, based on the way the first season went. Now that we have all of these characters established, they can really get straight more into the storyline, and I think that's going to be fantastic. The introduction of Moff Gideon with the Darksaber was excellent. It's going to allow a organic way for Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka Tano, Bo-Katan's Katie Sackhoff's Bo-Katan rather. Great introduction for those two characters. So I'm really excited to see where this goes and how much of these sub-characters, you know, Mando's traditional focus of the first season was more on him, but now we're going to focus on all of these other characters according to John and Dave, which is really going to add a lot more emotional element to it, and it's going to add a greater sense of stakes, not only to Mando, but now that he's really decided that he is more than just the bounty hunter that we thought he was at the first episode until he saw the child. We're just going to continue to explore that more, which to me as an audience member was my favorite part of last season, is seeing this emotional journey of the character and the way he acted out this journey, as he was always second guessing himself, but ultimately doing what I think he would have done had he been the father to the child to begin with. So I think that's where the dynamic really gets interesting, and we'll be able to see that continue throughout the rest of the second season. So let me know what you guys think about this. What was your favorite portion of this? What's your favorite thing to unpack? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you don't want to miss any more analysis. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you and the Force be with you always. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it!
And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.